Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye mete, it shall be measured to you again. Divine One. That was Matthew 1 and 2. That was Matthew 7, 1 and 2. I hope you're well. May this reading provide clarity, alignment, and expansion for your highest good. This is your divine collaborative channeled message. Blessings to you all. I got some downloads for you. Okay, we're coming up here on a new moon on the 12th. August 12th, 2026. It's also paired with a partial solar eclipse. Alright, so this new moon and eclipse focuses on a fresh start, reflection, reset, an energetic reset, release of any pick-me, validity seeking methods and behaviors. Release that overabundant, overactive ego. As ego is important, but, anything out of balance there. So this is deep introspection, self-reflection. You're called to brace your authenticity. You're called to keep it real. This is heart-centered self-expression. The numbers I received were 10, 10, 3, 5, 3, 6, 9. Parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis is when an animal or an amphibian, a living organism, reproduces on its own without a mate. So I saw this video of an alligator. Was it an alligator? Crocodile? Alligator? Let's just call it an alligator. But it reproduced after not being around any other alligators for 16 years. So it's called parthenogenesis. That came out. I don't know what that, how that, why that would mean anything to you, other than I also was listening to this debate about Yeshua, the Christ, Jesus, and how, the dichotomy of Christians, Orthodoxy, and Jewish people, what they believe and why they believe or don't believe in Jesus being the Messiah. And which is not what I'm talking about here. What I reflected on was the Immaculate Conception. So I don't know what that means for you, but that's what came up for me. Like, So it is possible. So they were saying that the stick bug is known to just sort of clone itself. I don't know. I'm a bit of a science geek when it comes to stuff like that, but perhaps that would resonate with you and mean something to you. Also, you're being called to get organized mentally and physically. Someone here is desiring companionship, not necessarily that of romantic, the romantic variety, but how do you want that? Okay. Wow, all major arcana except for this Ace of Discs. Okay, gotcha. Um, and let's see. Words of wisdom. Okay, so I'm supposed to tell you this. So I'll end with that. I'll end with that. Give me 1 second. This music is giving me the business with a commercial. That's lovely. Out of nowhere. Um, divine timing. Look at that. Divine timing. Ride the waves of life. You're being called to get healthy. Whoever you are, if you lead a healthy lifestyle, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. If you are needing, I'm going to turn this music down a little bit. If you are needing to get healthy, you're being called to get healthy. Do think you know what to do. There's so many videos and examples of how to get healthy um, online. Pick one. um, let's see what else. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Okay. Maybe I'll save that one for last. So the whole okay, words of wisdom. The message is there are two most important rules to life. And the second most important is that not how to tell it? Okay. So everybody's got their own brand of BS. Everybody's got their own brand of bullshit. You, me, they, them, he, she, even the dog has got their own brand of BS. And what do you consider BS? Being inauthentic, lying to yourself. When you take fake it till you make it to the next extreme and you start believing that you can do things that you are not yet that well versed in or prepared to demonstrate. Um, when you believe your own inauthenticity, okay? You ever hear that saying, you can lie to yourself, but you ain't lying to me. That sort of thing. When you really just try to pass off some inauthenticity as truth and it's not, and get yourself hemmed up. So that's BSing yourself, right? Um, don't believe anybody else's BS. Is the second rule, and the first most important rule is never BS yourself, and that's that. Um, Hence this lunar activity and the solar activity is all about introspection and being authentic. Embrace authenticity, heart-centered self-expression. So the other thing was you can't love and fear at the same time. So if you're looking for love, if you're looking for companionship, everybody wants love. Everybody wants to be loved and accepted and cherished and respected and all the things. But what happens is we get caught up in the want, and then we place our energy into the field of lack or scarcity, which is also, the other side of fear. You flip a coin, heads or tails. So it's just the other side of fear, is that lack and scarcity. Fear of not having enough, fear of what if I never get it, fear of um, being alone, whatever. This star keeps wanting to come out, and you got the star here. So there's great balance needing to be achieved here. And what was the other thing? Not only divine timing, but too much of a good thing. too much of a good thing. If you're drinking too much, if you're boozing and getting high, you do what you do. I'm not here to judge you. Uh, Hence Matthew 7 and 1 and 2. 1 through 2. But the divine message is to do everything in moderation. If it's too much of it, then you're missing the point and you're putting yourself at a deficit, not deficit. We are at the tail end of that Mercury in retrograde storm period, so you might have weird things just popping up last minute, whether it's electronic glitches, energy surges, having your tongue tied, and things like that. The next full moon is coming up on is it the 24th of September? You can double check that and correct me if you'd like. So lots of great stuff coming up. Lots of great stuff coming up. Whoa, 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 whoa. All righty. Okay. All right. What we got so far? We got Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, and then we got the Tower peeking out here at the top. So far, we've got the Emperor, the Ace of Discs, the Star, the Death card that all came out initially. So you're mastering something, and you're sitting pretty. You're mastering something. It looks like you've got everything lined up, and you are learning. Maybe you're enhancing your knowledge on how to garden, decorate. You look like you're well on your way, healing from some past hurts, some illusions placed upon you. You are definitely in a state of transformation. 1010 has been coming up a lot. Maybe that is significant to you, but it's very reminiscent of this Death card. And even in a garden, things grow, they bloom, then they decay, and then that cycle starts over and over and over again. And perhaps you're developing your green thumb. You're learning a lot about even some things that you already know. I'm learning some new things about things I already know about. I'm deepening my knowledge in that sense. Also, sometimes having too many options just messes with your head and you're unable to make decisions. But I see here that you have some inspired action. You're revisiting something, a passion, if you will. Wish fulfillment, something that you've been wanting to achieve and master. I see that happening for you. Great insight. I also have the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles here. So you got Pisces and Virgo energy here. Um, so the King of Cups really just is a balanced, diplomatic person, able to ride the storm, very creative and kind, loves to have fun, a great parent or father or masculine figure. The King of Pentacles is very traditional and loves a fancy thing or two, but also very what's the word I'm looking for? Is it let me see here. Hold on one second. Let me see. Yes, very pragmatic, able to see things in a very um, logical and balanced way, very practical way, not frugal, but not, spending wisely. Let's just say that. You like a nice thing, but you spend wisely. Um, you're the merchant. hmm And I see happiness and self confidence here. I see intuitive spiritual connection here. All right. So far on the board, we've got Aries, we've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, we've got Aquarius, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo. So, well, this is Nine of Swords here. So I believe that you're coming from a lot of anxiety, like you've really been able to do a 180 and you're feeling better. And you've mastered your own limits and the skill of I heard got to get over the hump. Parliament Funkadelic, got to get over the hump. Like, you just like when you're sparring, you can only get better by doing it over and over again. So you're able to take the nicks on the chin and get up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. Okay. Tell me about so that star is showing me healing, um, expansion, is showing me being balanced while also emotionally intelligent, and working on not being that perpetual victim. That time for you to mourn what was is over. You're done doing that. Tell me about the death card. You could be a Scorpio. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there was a situation with you and perhaps another. That Nine of Wands came out. You've had your heart broken. Someone wasn't very nice to you, maybe verbally or physically, God forbid. abusive, and you've transformed beautifully from that, again, that victimhood. Because I see here you're a very strong person in a dynamic way. So why would a strong person land in a DV situation? Well, I'll tell you what, because both male, female, masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. Anyone can find themselves in a situation like that, and especially strong people, because narcissistic abuse, um, immaturity, people that just take advantage of people, resent strong people, strong, well balanced people. Oh, you think you're so balanced, you know. But you were able to see it and work your way out of it and create some newness for yourself. Some of you have been going at it alone for a while, solo dolo, and so you've proven to yourself and everybody that you're strong, that you can do this, that you've got this, and you are looking for companionship. Tell me about that Ace of Discs and the Page of Swords. What are we learning there? Thank you. Alrighty, so something you've been working on. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, building your house and your environment, your work, getting organized. Okay. Coming out of the dark. Gloria Esteban. Miami Sound Machine. Okay, here we go. And we got the Death card on the bottom, along with the star. Death card, star. And then on top, this is Three of Pentacles here. I'm going to pull that out because it just like literally came out in my hand. And that Three of Wands wants to come out. It keeps showing itself to me. Basically, you have worked to create the life that you've dreamt of, but the companion part is where, you want to work on growing. There's that tower. Okay, so you ever have seen that T-shirt doesn't play well with others? It's not that you don't like people. Maybe you don't like people, but just people's BS and their own belief of their own BS, and they're just trying to yuck it up with people and convince everybody that they're just so great. And it's just like, oh, why? Like, you don't really have a lot of tolerance for that. But yeah, you've come from great heartache, and you are definitely on the fence with people, places, and things in your life. You have allowed people in your life, and you're like, yeah, show me who you are. I am who I am. I'm confident in who I am. Who are you? And people are showing up really inauthentic, and you are like, okay, I'm good. I'm not in the people pleasing place anymore. You don't want to be rude, but it's like, geez, like, you are elevating is what's happening, and the majority of people are not. The majority of people are judging other people. So there's a delicate balance with judgment. Because it's one thing to observe the behaviors of others. It's one thing to understand through that observation of where you want to be within that. And it's okay to protect yourself. She's very protective of herself there, of her purse, of her coin, of her environment, of her personal space, her things, her peace. But what we want to do is move out of the contemplation on who's done you wrong. And this has been a reoccurring theme in my past few channel messages. That is how we become that King of Cups. Is when those old feelings come back up, offer gratitude. Mm, mm. So I saw this video, where people are doing like Reiki healing, virtual Reiki healing, and they said, you've got some energetic attachments, and it's, humility is needed here, and what came up for me was forgiveness. And it's not really like we're forgiving people for them. It's not like you don't have a forgiving heart. It's just when those emotions get stirred up, it's easy to get carried away in that whole dialogue, internal dialogue about it. So work to look at all the things that you do have. No more crying over spilled milk. That happened. It has built your character. So when those old feelings and memories start coming back up, it is key, and it is key. I can't stress that enough. Say thank you. Domi arigato, that bitch, right? Just thank you. Thank you for that situation. Thank you for showing me where I don't need to be, where I don't need to, where I'm easily led to exchange energy that isn't for my highest good, and showing me, where I've come from. Just thank you. All right, next, you can rebuke it, do your thing, cast it out, okay? Now, the towers come up, again, Aries and Scorpio again, and it's between the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. And then you've got the Four of Wands and Three of Pentacles. So it looks like you might be soon here. And even there's patience with that Star card. But celebration, family, integration, coming full circle, bringing people together, and also being an inspiration and being inspired by others that you might work with, whether that is family or career, hobbies. Tell me more about this tower, and why is it between the King of Cups and King of Pentacles? Tell me about that. Okay, we got the King of Cups again. All right, so the Ace of Pentacles has come out again. So this is about your home. This is about your life, your abundance, your health. You got all the King's men out here, man. So you got the King of Cups, the King of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the King of Swords. All the King's horses and all the King's men. All right. A lot of different personalities here. Now, this we're in Happy Birthday, Leos. We're in Leo season right now. The new moon will be in Leo on the 12th. Lions and bears have been a recurring theme in my meditation, in my dreams, and in like symbols and visuals. Um, and whether you're male, female, masculine, or feminine, I'm seeing a lot of divine masculine here with great discernment. I'm seeing couples. I'm seeing family. I'm seeing a lot of cooks in the kitchen, a lot of chiefs, and not enough Indians. I don't know if that's PC anymore. Pardon me if it's not. Um, but what I see happening is with this hangman, and it sits right next to this Four of Wands. So what that's telling me is there's integration and happiness and balance because people are willing to look beyond the personal ego. Um, the King of Wands, mastery of, it was so lizards or amphibians was was a running trend in my downloads. And if you look, this King of Wands always has a little gecko around them, and he's got one on his shirt. So I don't know what that means to you, but it might mean something. It might be of significance to you. But I feel like there's been upheaval with these different personalities, and everybody wanting to, everyone that's playing a part is wanting to be the boss at some point. They feel like they have the best vantage point uh, to. Everyone wants to contribute. Okay, everyone wants to contribute, but balance is needed, and it's like a Jenga or a puzzle. We got to see how it all fits. Obviously, everybody doesn't get to be the boss or the end all, be all, the say all of the situation. It's so wild. So you got the Emperor, the Ace of Discs, the Star, and the Death card, the King of Cups, Pentacles, Wands, Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Hangman, and again the King of Cups. I'm not surprised that there's a tower here. So the tower is saying that this family, I see a family here. I see siblings. I see contemporaries, so cousins maybe, a group of people working together for a common goal. Maybe the death card doesn't usually nor always mean or always nor usually mean transformation, but there could have been someone could have passed away, and which brings a celebration of life, brings people together in one room who perhaps haven't been in a room in a while, and everyone's the expert and everybody wants their say. In order for this to be harmonious and work peacefully, you're going to have to see things from each other's standpoint. Very interesting. I'm going to get a card from the Good Tarot. This is all very, very interesting. It kind of took a turn here, but it makes sense. This is what's going on in your personal private life. And now you're at this more evolved um, emotional place to where you can be more diplomatic when it comes to familial issues. Before I go here, I do have some questions. Hold on one second. Let me see. Let me see. All right. So I want to know the different roles that these energies play. Tell me about the King of Cups. Okay. Very intuitive. The High Priestess has come out. There's the King of Pentacles again. So the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles are the two prime characters in this scenario. And the King of Cups is very spiritual, where the King of Pentacles is more, again, more practical, not very woo woo. Okay, and tell me about the King of Pentacles. What's the King of Pentacles' role in this scenario? Mm-hmm. All right. Torn. Not kind of held by their own limits of societal norms and things like that. What about the King of Wands? King of Wands is coming off to me as like a younger sibling. All right, you got the Seven of Cups again here with the Ace of Wands. I heard the King of Wands is the musician. So the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. King of Wands is primarily the Leo of the bunch. Where the Knight of Wands is the Sagittarius here. Okay. And there's some illusions of grandeur brought on by their passion. And they're very confident and very cocky and beautiful and fashionable. And just, they work their magic, you know. But it's like, you're like, yeah, okay. Okay. You see through all the BS. So perhaps this person, this energy of the King of Wands is more one to believe their own BS. It didn't have to be nefarious. Just saying. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. I want to know about that Queen of Swords. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So, the Queen of Swords, the Sun. This is the sister of the bunch. This is the more um, optimistic and the Empress of the bunch. And they might be with child. They might be just a breath of fresh air, the youngest of the bunch, if you will. And tell me about the King of Swords. The King of Swords is, oh my. Yeah, I see siblings here. There's a star again coming out. Doop, doop, doo, doo. So a lot of healing. I do see this as a big old family. And that sisters and brothers, siblings, cousins, celebration. That King of Pentacles has come out. The Nine of Cups is here again. And the Four of Cups. I see someone here that's spiritual, that's really in tune. I see the pretty boy Floyd, not gender specific, just using these descriptions, whether you're male or female, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? There's no gender in tarot. Is energy. I see the younger sister that's just a ray of sunshine and optimistic and young and just okay, you guys figure it out, whatever. I'm gonna go to this do my thing. Just let me know what part I play. And then there's like the King of Swords, the eldest or the more brooding type. Um, um, okay. Now the King of Pentacles came out on the King of Swords. That's wild. Okay. So this King of Swords is a bit impulsive. Innocently enough, a bit impulsive. But I feel like maybe the patriarch is the King of Pentacles. The more settled, the more grounded. And this is the loner of the bunch. The King of Swords is the loner of the bunch. The Gemini energy. Um, I feel like the King of Pentacles comes off very abundant, like the type of person you're like, what do you buy somebody that has everything? But somehow finds himself to be dissatisfied. Or the King of Swords being a bit impulsive is also like a bit apathetic and didn't get the attention. This is a family dynamic, okay, that he deserved. And the King of Swords is also very magical, but again more brooding. Um, but a lovely person, but still like kind of like impulsive. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the description? Um, just a loner, just indifferent. There it is, indifferent, but magical in his own right. Yeah, this is a sibling rival. You're like, I just want love. I just want somebody to understand me. You're off on your own. I this person depicted in this card really reminds me of that energy of the King of Cups. Just very zen. You got your crystal bracelet on and your Buddha necklace. Prematurely gray, just a zaddy. You and this king or the King of Cups, because I don't know who I'm talking to here, um, are a lot alike, but you're at the opposite ends of the spectrum. There's a softer energy here, and there's a more brooding energy here. See the dichotomy in, you got the ray of sunshine behind your head, and the King of Swords has got that crow. Just different sides of the spectrum. What is the tower? Tell me what the tower is. I believe it's that 10 of, okay, there is a completion. I believe somebody passed away, and it's brought, and my condolences to you. It's brought your family together, and there's all this stuff is starting to come out. There's clarity coming out with the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. The world is indicative of the ending and beginning of cycles, very similar to the death card. Death and rebirth. Can you tell me a little bit more about that tower? Whoa. Okay, yeah, somebody's feeling, justice. Who gets what? Who deserves what? And the star again. That star is not going anywhere. That star is hanging out. I see celebration of life, but the Five of Pentacles has come out, and it is really just showing, in regards to the tower, excuse me, in regards to the tower, somebody feels left out. There's displacement here. There is shoulda, woulda, coulda. Everybody, if you've ever grieved a loss, like a parent or a major figure in the family, there's so much that comes up. So much of your past. Feelings of guilt. Mm-hmm. Okay, can you tell me who passed? Oh, that was fast. Wowzers. Okay. The Emperor. Eight of Cups. Seven of Swords. Seven of Wands. So maybe your father. He's gone home. But it seems like this father figure or this major player in your family has set themselves up. There's a trust. There's, okay, got it. He may have played these characters, these family members, against each other. Maybe there was an untimely passing. I don't get that is the case. It could be talking to more than one person. But this person was strategic, and I just heard a baller in their field, and stood up for what they believed in. and got, you know, is the Nine of Cups here like 3 times? No, it's here twice. But so it's again, so the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords, I feel like are really butting their heads. Okay, so Taurus, we're looking at uh, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, are just more like they just have two different philosophies on life. This one's more uptight, this one's more laid back. Although deep feeling, this King of Swords is comes off as indifferent, and they use that indifference as protection. Um, I'm gonna pull some good tarot on this. The Two of Water balancing. Yeah, so it looks like the Emperor took a walk, left the situation strategically, and it's caused a lot of upheaval here. All right, give me some insight and the theme of what's going on here. Just confirm and clarify some things for me here. Thank you. Whew, a lot. Okay, so there's some information coming in. Here you got the Ace of Air, the Ace of Swords in traditional tarot. You got the King of Air. There's that King of Swords. And the Eight of Fire, the Eight of Wands in traditional tarot. The Ace of Swords or Air. And that King of Air. Icy, cold looking bloke. You got the Seven of Water. There's that illusion again. You see that? That's such a gorgeous card. But nonetheless, it's the Seven of Water, Seven of Cups in traditional tarot. You've got that here and here. So you got that 3 times. And what's at the top? Was it the Two of Cups? Five of Earth. There's that Five of Pentacles. All right, so I feel like there's some information that this dude's a truth teller. He likes to drop that in. He likes to tell it like it is and drops and says those things that people are afraid to say or that would find like, oh damn, okay. All right, he said it. You know, that one person that never gets told off and everybody wishes that they could say that thing. That if anybody's going to say it, it's going to be the King of Air, okay? All right. And who's the Emperor? What's the role that the Emperor's... Okay. Yeah, the Fortune's Wheel. And the nine of Air has come out as well. Fortune's Wheel and the nine of Air, which is the Nine of Swords in traditional tarot. All right, so yeah, life happens, and unfortunately, it seems that there was a transition And it has brought siblings, family. This could be the boss, and everybody's, wondering who's going to take over the company. It could be a parent. Mm, very, very interesting. Well, some much needed healing and rest is called for right now. Just like take a breather. If we could just take a breather, that would be who've the whole the whole party. There might be some children involved. To be fair, that makes sense. You've got the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles here. Mm-hmm. A couple of nieces and nephews. One on the way. A couple of people that are a little immature, coming from an immature place. Usually when I read, I don't channel a lot of moving pieces. So I get excited when it starts coming together like that. It's fun. Okay. I'm gonna move this over here so I can shuffle these cards. Because the board is full, baby. The board is full. You are the observant. Just kind of sit back in the cut a little bit. You can get spirited and emotional and full, but you kind of just watch how people move. Okay, to be fair, 38. That deduces to 11, which is also 2, but the master number 11 is about idealism, intuition, insight. Um, 1, new beginnings, independence, leadership, and then 1 and 1 is 2. So cooperation, intuition, diplomacy, emotions, empathy, and balance. Okay, to be fair. I'll read a little bit of this. To be fair. At the fair, to be fair. Okay. So, balance, justice, a need to consider your options, mutual benefit, law of cause and effect. So it says life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. And yet over time they strike a balance. You move from being to stasis to doing, from discovering to loving and letting go to begin again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. And if you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. This is about achieving fairness, listening, and also being heard. Your heart wants to connect with others, so allow. Okay, the camera cut off, but I'm going to pick up from where I left off. Your heart wants to connect with others, so um, here, hold on. Let me find it. So allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions, okay? Also, there will be justice in this situation. It's going to sort itself out tensions are high right now, and people's nerves are frazzled. Peace. Number 23, which reduces to 5. Change, major change, freedom, adaptability, adventure. And at the beginning of the reading, I did share that number 5 was part of your download. You could be life path number 3, number 5, or 8 even. 23. Freedom from attachment, radical acceptance. It doesn't get any better than this. Quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from want, and the soul's satisfaction. I feel like this is very indicative of when someone passes, how they feel peace. And what we offer to people when they are going through a tough time, and that is to offer them prayers of peace and comfort and support during these delicate times. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful. Enjoy it. So it's also talking about alignment and innate harmony. And in your relationships, there will be rebalance. And this 4 of Wands shows me that. There will be balance. You will achieve some sort of working balance. And just being is enough right now. All right, that's beautiful. That's really sweet. All right, okay, are you going to stand up or no? Let me get a crystal for you. Go ahead and close this reading out. Very intense reading, very big reading. I think, again, there is clarity that the King of Air offers. Also offering levity to a very heavy situation. There's information that's coming in that will touch each and every one of you. Just some clarity, just a way of a perspective that will help things balance out. Now, the thing that's also poking out to me in this 8 of Fire, if you can see, there's bamboo behind the panda. Now, when you don't want to plant bamboo, it's very invasive. And it can be very troublesome. It can mess up your foundation. It can grow through walls. It's very evasive. It's hard to get rid of it. So, but what I feel like in this sense, that this guy is hard to swallow. This King of Air is hard to swallow. However, the 8 of Fire, and I'll even read it from here, is this guy maybe in your family is like the fuck up, the one that people like, oh God, because he calls out the bullshit, and people he's energetically penetrative. I don't know how to say that word right now. All right, let's see. The 8 of Fire. You say it. You say it right. Okay, so gathering momentum, celebrating swift changes, travel, transformation. Momentum is building as the power of spirit serves to power as the power of spirit serves to power this transformation. I'm traveling to new territories and I'm eager to experience all that these lands have to offer. I have arrived at my destination and now the adventure of discovery is energizing me. This is a very, very powerful reading. And I am humbled and grateful that I can convey these messages to whomever needs them. All right, what crystals can help our viewers at this time? All of them? You just gonna get the same ones? Okay. All right. Got it. All right, you got clear quartz crystal. Clear quartz crystal is its focus is happiness and self-confidence. This is going to help you multiply goodness and well-being, amplify loving kindness, increase clarity, peace, understanding, improve clarity of mind and emotions. Your affirmation is, I am a clear channel of love, light, and well-being. All of my heart's desires are realized now. Was I just misgrabbing, or do you want me to... Oh, Ten of Water. That Ten of Cups came out in the other deck. There's happiness to be had here. And the divine wants you to know that even in great sorrow, peace, tranquility, and ease and flow is available. It's just the grand alignment. I'm going to put this here. This peace and Ten of Water here. It's just really, really a perfect way to look at it. All right. Thank you. Citrine. Love Citrine. Citrine is also about happiness and confidence, self-confidence. And it can help you expand your self-confidence and awareness of personal magnificence. Remember divine essence, increase mental clarity, exude joy, enthusiasm, and happiness, and encourage you to shine your light. Your affirmation is, I am confident and courageous. It is safe for me to be powerful. Carnelian. Now, a lot of these cards and a lot of these crystals came out in the previous reading. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely when you get a moment, feel free to view that. This is about money, motivation, creativity, and manifestation. This is going to help you activate the creative mind, finalize project if you're an artist or of some sort, realize unlimited potential, improve visualization skills, stimulate the courage to fulfill life's purpose and potential. All right, Carnelian. Kappa. Kappa, baby. That was at the bottom of the deck. That's the one that fell out when I was shuffling. Love Copper. It's also about money, creativity, motivation, manifestation. Be a clear conduit for messages and inspiration. It can help you complete inventions, formulas, and creative works. I do believe I'm speaking to a creative. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon. I don't know what's up with my visuals today. And it's okay. What did I say? It's the shadow period of Mercury in retrograde. Amplify courage and confidence. Definitely check out the previous video. It'll be linked at the very end of this reading. Okay? I am a conduit for goodness and prosperity. I receive inspiration with great wealth. Excuse me. I receive inspiration and great wealth. And feel free to screenshot these affirmations. Righty. Tourmalinated Quartz. Tourmalinated. Tourmalinated. I was having trouble saying that yesterday. Tourmalinated. What was I saying? Tourmalinated? Anyway, this is about focus and safety, protection, okay? Help you restore harmony and peace on all levels. You may be an empath, and being around your family and all that is very jarring, and it brings up old stuff. So this will be good for you. Deflect unwanted or unhealthy vibrations, break unhealthy energetic cords, and uncover unconscious beliefs and patterns. Your affirmation is: I am mindful of the energetic connections between others and myself. I automatically remove unhealthy cords of attachment. And we have watermelon tourmaline, tourmalinated watermelon quartz, or tourmaline. But it's a tourmaline, so it's not tourmalinated. This is about love, baby. This is about friendship, romance, familial love, agape love, romantic love, okay? Open your heart to love. It's going to help you feel unconditional love and support for others, from others. Bridge the spiritual connection between heaven and earth. Increase romance. You're just a big old lover, aren't you? Your affirmation is: my heart is open to giving and receiving love. Hold on. I transform the world around me by focusing on divine love. Watermelon tourmaline. All right. Well, this has been a really wonderful, dynamic reading. I feel honored to have provided this channeled message for you. We got all the astrological signs on the board here. We've got Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Scorpio, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Leo. Yeah, all the y'alls. Everybody. All the ones. Capricorn. I don't really see a lot of Capricorn up here. And that's okay. That's all right. Who else didn't I see a lot of? Well, I did see Sagittarius. Yeah, I think Capricorn was the only one that I'm not really seeing on the board. But your primary players are Pisces, Leo, Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio. So, mhm. This is wild. What a very deep, deep reading. All right. Well, blessings to you. If you're going through a hard time dealing with any losses, um, know that you are divinely protected, directed, and guided. And be the water, my friend. Remember, you're never alone. We've got a great community here. Thank you, subscribers, return viewers. Appreciate your likes, your subscribes, your comments. I really love when you share with me when a reading touches you and resonates with you. It lets me know that my work here is not in vain, and I do feel divinely called to share my gifts with you. I hope this message has been helpful. We'll do it again soon. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. God bless you and keep you. Peace and love, baby.